Happy Thursday of the first week of Lent to you all, or happy Ash Thursday. I'm Rocco Connor, Jesuit priest, author, and all that stuff. And what I'd like to address prayer as one of the three key recommendations that Matthew chapter 6 makes on Ash Wednesday. Wednesday. Fasting, prayer, and almsgiving, but we're beginning with prayer today. There are many forms of prayer, there are many styles, there are many ways of praying. I won't address, at least at this point, things like Rosary or the Divine Mercy Chaplet or praying prayers from a book. I'm not going to address that. I want to address the kind of thing that's often been referred to as mental prayer or the prayer of the heart. I find these days that mental heart prayer concerns becoming present to God, to the risen Christ. Becoming present and trusting what Christ says and not what I say, in other words, my self-talk. So hence the direction of this whole retreat. Noverum me, may I know myself. Noverum te, may I know you, O God. And that's to help me realize how I am situated with and before the risen Christ. So in the coming weeks, I want to talk about centering prayer, Ignatian meditation, Ignatian contemplation, and adoration. And I'll probably go on to do more things, but I just wanted to say something about the goal. It's about becoming present. Like St. Augustine said, and I'm going to make a deal of his prayer here in a moment. Late have I loved you, O beauty ever ancient, ever new, late have I loved you. This is my words, I lost myself in the things of this world. I was outside myself. I lived outside myself. I lived unaware of myself. And you were inside all along, but I was out there looking for things, looking for people, looking for all kinds of stuff. Now, maybe some of you identify with that. So it's a heck of a thing when we're asked to pray something other than, rote prayers. It's a whole other thing to pray with the heart prayer, mental prayer. Because, at least for me, when I slow down, what do I get? I start making lists. I start thinking about, I got to do this thing today, and I got to do that thing this afternoon, and I should do that tomorrow, but I probably won't. Or I get bored. You ever do that? And so you get the thing like kids would say in the car, are we there yet? That's, at least for me, for decades, was pretty much the way I prayed. I didn't know what I was doing. I had read books, I had gone to conferences, I listened to people talk about prayer. I didn't know what I was doing. Because I couldn't find the path from living outside myself to living a little bit more, at least, inside myself. So I want to tell you a story about Superman. When I was a kid, Superman was my hero. I watched him on TV. I read the comic books and all this stuff. He was fly faster than a speeding bullet. He could leap tall buildings with a single bound. And he fought crooks and all these people. And then in the comic books, he fought, people from outer space and big bad people and all that stuff. What was Superman allergic to? Superman was allergic to kryptonite, that green substance from his planet that that was left over after the planet was destroyed, after Kal-El was sent to Earth. So he grows up and he can fly and all this stuff. No one would mess with this guy. But he's allergic to kryptonite. And that's important because as we get into, you might not know why, as we get into this the word from yesterday from Matthew 6, do not be like the hypocrites who like to pray in public in the synagogues and in the street corners. I added the thing about long prayers. That's not in this chapter 6 passage. But instead, it says, go into your inner room, go into hiddenness, go into secret place, go into the place we avoid. Now, the Greek word for hiddenness is krypton. I wonder if they knew this when they're writing the Superman comic. What it says is that's hiddenness, the secret. Superman was allergic to his inner world, the krypton, the hiddenness. He was allergic to that. He did deeds, supposedly not to be seen, but we know what that's like. So I would believe, for decades looking back now, I could say I went in to pray in hiddenness, but I wasn't there. And I stopped praying because I was allergic to it. I didn't want to go in there and face failure and make lists and get bored and try to think up ideas for homilies eventually, whatever. I thought of this little Latin phrase, another Latin phrase, esse est percipi. It's by Bishop George Berkeley of England, who was a 1700s. He was a philosopher who said esse est percipi. It's not very good philosophy, but it says this: to be is to be seen. It came back to me a few years ago. To be real, to be, is to be seen. Noverem me, noverem te, may I know myself, may I be transparent to myself. Noverem te, may I be transparent to you, O God. I invite you, I want you to this. I'm giving you an assignment for the next week about prayer. Choose how much time you want to pray. Choose what part of the day you want to do it in. And notice your attraction and aversion to that. If I knew that I could be consoled and comforted and be kind of floating off the floor into the ceiling, up there in the seventh heaven with St. Paul, I'd pray every minute of the day. Notice your attractions and aversions to prayer. Could it be like Superman's aversion, allergy to kryptonite, in his interior life? The assignment I want to give is, I'm going to put it up at the end of this video. It's a little bit from St. Augustine's prayer in chapter 10 of Confessions. He says, late have I loved you, O beauty ever ancient, ever new, late have I loved you. You were within me, but I was outside myself. And it was there that I sought you. In my unloveliness, I plunged into the lovely things which you created. You were within me, but I was not with you. I do believe that's the human condition, and that you might say the work of prayer, the labor of prayer, the discipline, really, it's setting our butts down and praying. And noticing how I want to control anyway the outcome of prayer. So God bless us on this journey. That's your assignment, is to consider, take a look at that prayer of Augustine, and just notice. Maybe you could sit with that for each day, or whatever you choose, this next week, until I post again on next Thursday. So God bless us all. Going into prayer, into hiddenness, can be the greatest thing. It can be all kinds of other things. In any case, however it turns out, God is always there. And it sucks because I don't always know that. How about you? So, may God bless you and me and the whole world that seeks to stand before the face of God and be known. Be known as we are known. May we find that presence so that we can be present to the divine presence. God bless you and happy Lent. Bye now.
Let me find my life in you. My unloveliness I ran from, turned to seek you in all things, things you fashioned as a pathway, yet I lost myself in them. Oh, beauty ever ancient, oh, beauty ever new, you the mirror of my life renewed. Let me find my life in